Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you an N8N workflow that will generate unlimited amount of faceless videos that you can use on YouTube, Instagram and TikTok. Recently, there has been an explosion of AI generated reels that get millions of views and hundreds of thousands of subscribers. Most YouTube tutorials follow the same pattern. We generate a script, we generate static images, and then we use an image to video model to generate the video component. The drawback of this method is its cost. For a 30-second video, only the image to video model can cost well over $1. Whether you use APIs like Runway ML or open source models like Kling AI and Minimax. We expect that within the next 6 to 12 months, the cost will drop by over 90%, as happened with text, images, and audio. But in order to create videos today, we're going to use a slightly different technique. We will create the script, we will create the static images, and instead of a video, we will animate the images with transition effects like sliding, fading in and out, and zooming. And on top of that, we will also include the subtitles on top of the image, so the user actually reads the subtitles instead of watching the image move. Let's go over to the N8N workflow. And as you see here, we have the workflow is pretty simple. First is the ideation part, and the trigger is just a manual trigger. And for the ideation, we use ChatGPT, and we have a very simple prompt with generate a single sentence tech-related video idea for a YouTube short video, and we get this type of output. Instead of this, you can use different types of niches like politics, like history, food, or how-to tutorials. History is actually one of the best performing currently. Second, we have the script node, and this is also an OpenAI model. OpenAI call, and here we use the O3 mini, and the system message in this case generates a structure like this. So we have a script with a hook, two sections, and a call to action. So each part here will have its own image. And we also generate a title and description. Just in case you want to use this just in case you want to post this actually on social media. And for the user message, we have very simple, just the input idea inside double quotes. And we put the previous node output. And we need to parse the output as JSON, so we can actually the JSON structure here, as we see. The next step is the prompting. So having the script, we need to generate prompts. We need to generate prompts for the text to image part. And here we have a similar output JSON as well. And the instructions in this case are also very simple. Here you can customize this with a specific image style like 2D, vector style, line art, specific colors that you want to use, and you can customize it as much as you want. And for the user message, we just input the previous script object, but first we parse it to make it a string with JSON.stringify function. And so it actually runs, and we also use the JSON parse, so we can actually access the JSON components here. Then next, we have the image generation, and since our video consists of 4 images, we have 4 HTTP requests. And here we use the Flags Snell model for speed. And because we use the Snell model that takes 1 to 2 seconds to generate, we put the requests in sequence. If you want to use bigger models like Flags Ultra, Ideogram, or Recraft that take roughly 15 seconds to generate an image, you will need to add a wait node after the last one. So the image URLs are actually accessible in the next part. And if we open the first one, and we see that the only thing we do is we put the correct prompts inside, and we use replicate for the model provider. And after we have the images, now we have all of the components to actually render the video. For the video rendering, we use Creatomate. If we go over to the platform, we will see that we have templates, and we have a specific template that we'll work with. This one has 4 scenes, so each scene will be one different image, will be one different part of the video. And each scene here has an image, subtitle, and voiceover. The image will come dynamically from the API, and it has all of these, and it has a lot of configuration here. properties, and the important thing is the animation. So you can select what kind of animation you actually want here. And it's recommended to have different types of animations in each scene so the user is hit with a new motion. For the subtitles will also come from the API call, and they are the script that the second step of the that our second step in the workflow generated. Now they also have the configurations, the styling, the size, the font, the position, and you can change all of that. We'll leave them the coloring as well. We will leave them as is for now. And for the voiceover, we will use 11 Labs. We could generate the audio in N8N and pass it through the API, but there is a simpler way to actually do it. And it's one of the reasons we use Creatomate for this. If we go to the voiceover, we will see that we have in the audio tab, as a provider, we have 11 Labs. We could have an uploaded file, a URL. If we wanted to pass it from the API, we would have a URL. And in our case, we will use 11 Labs. So this one will generate an audio from the subtitles that we actually input. If we want to use this, we will need to add our 11 Labs key in the project settings. So if we go to the homepage, we have the project settings here, and we see that we have the 11 Labs I have enabled. And when you enable this, it will prompt you to enter your API key from 11 Labs. Next, we have the model selection, and we use the version 2 multilingual, which is currently the best model, and the voice. For the voice, you have these options here, but you can also use a custom voice. And this is the voice ID that you get from 11 Labs. So in the voice library inside the 11 Labs, each voice has an ID. So when you select one, you need to copy and you need to paste the actual ID here. And I'm going to select another one. I think I have George in my video. Where is George? Here. And one thing to remember is you need to do it. You need to do the voice setting in every scene of the video. So again, we have all the same settings here: the model, the provider, model, and voice in all four. And that is the template. So the template is ready. Now, in order to use it, we click Use Template API, and we see the API call that we need to make here. And and we have it's a post request. We have the URL, the API key, the content type, and we have the data, which is the important thing. And in the data, we have the template ID, which is unique, and the modifications has the actual inputs. So we have 4 images and four strings, which are the script parts. And if we go over to our final HTTP request, you see that with the renders API, and in our JSON file, in our body, we input the correct images and scripts from the previous outputs. And as a final step, we save this in a Google Sheet with a simple append with an append row operation. And if we go over to the sheet, we can actually see that it has the idea, title, description, script, and video URL. Now, let's run this. Let me save this. And let's run this one time. And if we see the idea, explore the hidden features of your smartphone that can boost productivity just 6 seconds. Okay, interesting. And the script will take the script part will take the most time because it uses the O3 model. And that one produces a lot of reasoning tokens. So, and the script finished, and as we see, it generated the output, and we have 10,000 total tokens, and we have the prompts, the images, and video as well. If we go to the sheet, we have the URL here, and if we click on this, it won't be ready. So we see that it has a not found error, and this is because it takes roughly 20 to 30 seconds for the video to render. And if we see here, if we see that it is currently rendering, and that's why it wasn't. And now it's ready. So if we refresh the page,
phone hacks to boost your productivity, discover hidden features in just 60 seconds. Explore your smartphone's hidden settings. Adjust battery life, automate tasks, and use quick shortcuts to streamline your daily workflow efficiently. Watch our fast-paced tutorial as we reveal secret app features that sync calendars, manage alerts, and unlock smart controls for extra enhanced focus. Subscribe now for tech tips that upgrade your smartphone game and boost your day. Act fast today.
and as you see, that was a video. And one thing that we notice is that the images between them, they don't have visual style, they don't have the styling consistency. So we have different colors, different styles. This is classical, like tech related image. It's just a person. And this is a bit scary. And yeah, so the number one thing we can improve in this case is the prompting for the flash models. For the flash models, and we can actually use the bigger models to get better results. And the one thing that you can do to improve them the most is to add negative prompts. So image models work best when they also have instructions on what to not include in the image. But that is for another video. Now, if you want me to showcase any specific customization or upgrade of this system, drop a comment in the description and I will try to make that video. The workflow will be available for free in the link in the video description where you can download it. And was today's tutorial. Now, if you're watching this video and you run a business or a startup and you're looking for someone to build your next AI content generation project, you can book a one-on-one consultation call with me by clicking the link in the video description. I look forward to talking with you and thank you for watching the video. See you in the next one.